Okay, so this is like my first video on YouTube, but I just wanted to like put something out there about Shane Dawson's new series on Jake Paul because I feel like it's important to talk about things that happen in the community like this, and I just felt like this was a good time to start actually posting. And considering that this is such a big thing for Shane and Jake Paul and the YouTube community in general, it's just important for other people to share their opinions in general because it really does benefit everybody overall, because knowing what other people are thinking positively or negatively will benefit the situation overall. And I don't think that Shane Dawson is doing the wrong thing giving Jake Paul a platform, because that's what YouTube is. It's giving people a voice and it's giving people a place to talk and do what they want. And I don't want my whole YouTube channel to be something like this, but I am just trying to start something. And if it means sitting here for a few minutes and talking on the phone about Jake Paul, of all people, which I used to hate a lot, and after watching this first few episodes of Shane Dawson's new series, you can clearly see and understand that there's underlying things that nobody ever knew about, and I don't know why any of this wasn't talked about before, because if he would have came out and said all this and had people say things like this before, he wouldn't have any problems, and that's so obvious to so many people. And I just almost feel bad for him, and I don't know if that's what was intended or not, but in the long run, I guess this can just be a learning experience for everybody on YouTube, because it's very surreal, I guess you could say, because for Shane, it's very stressful, you can see, and then for Jake, I don't know yet, because that part of the series isn't out, but for me, I know personally this has affected me, because it's just crazy to learn that somebody that everybody's hated so much is, like, not an actual monster, I guess you can say. But the outlook on his father and his brother is completely different, and I feel like from the point of view of this series that his dad is kind of a monster, and to be raised the way that he was underneath only competition and divorced parents, I'm sure that it's very tough to even feel emotions, because you're constantly being pressured to only focus on being competitive, which is really the only thing that him and his brother know how to do. And that's just kind of how this made, that's literally the underlying tone of everything and why his whole life has turned out the way it has, because of his dad being literally only a coach to him and only a boss. And it's just crazy to think that that's why he does the things he does, because of him and his brother having competition. And that's all like on the internet, and that's just crazy. And I'm actually just realizing right now that it's so much easier to just talk about anything you want on a camera. Like, it gets so easy very fast, and I think that this can be something. I just want to work on a YouTube channel in general, and I've always wanted to post, but I've never really had anything to talk about that's been passionate, and I feel like this is something that I can have an opinion on, because why not? But yeah, I feel like that's just, I feel like overall in the YouTube community, it's going to benefit positively, because everybody's going to learn from this experience and learn what to do for themselves and how people handle things. And having the psychiatrist come in is definitely a good thing, because learning about you and yourself and how you work is very positive and helps so many people in life. And Jake not knowing that it's happening, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that could be beneficial for him whether he knew or not. And I think Shane's the right person to do it, because he's smart and he's caring, and he will go about it in a way that he thinks will benefit everybody in the end. Because as he said, he's a fixer, whether he wants to or not, or he gives up on that. It's his choice, and in the end, what can we do? It's everybody's own life's own opinions and own choices, and I think that spending it hating someone that you literally don't know in person and have only seen things about them on the internet may not be right. Like, I'm not gonna necessarily say, like, Donald Trump, like, everybody doesn't like him, but not everybody's met him in person, but obviously his life is public enough for everybody to criticize and hate him for, and I may or may not disagree with that. But anyway, with the Jake Paul situation in this series, I think that overall it's a very positive thing for the entire community, and if everybody could just give it a second and to watch it and see what's actually happening and understand and put themselves in other people's shoes, they can really start to see the positivity and the good things that could come out of it. But anyway, that's enough from my loud and annoying mouth for right now. And so Don't know if I'll ever post ever again, but peace out.